18 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Morning Drive. And a day after the U.S. Open, Sergio Garcia made a little pit stop at Bethpage Black and surprised a few lucky amateurs. Everyone on the range was fit for a new TaylorMade SLDR driver and got a little time to spend with Sergio hitting balls and signing autographs. Very cool experience right there. Love it. Such a fun day. If you can make it any more fun at Bethpage Black, that's the way to do it. All right, welcome back into Studio AP. Lauren Thompson here, Kelly Tillman, and Phil Blackmar. Time to tee it up for the front nine. So question number one right now. Kelly, we just watched Sergio and TaylorMade surprise some of the golfers out there at Bethpage Black. So what is the time when you were surprised out there on the course?
When I was a struggling professional, I was living in the Scottsdale area, and I was practicing one day at a place called Tapatio Cliffs at the point at North Mountain. If you've been there, you might know it, on the north side of the city. I was just a you know, struggling golfer. Wasn't making much money. Basically broke is the word I would use to describe myself. I was chipping and putting around the putting green, and somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, you look like you have a little bit of game. Would you like to go tee it up?" I had a few hours on my hands. He said, "I want to warn you, we're going to play for a little bit of money." And I thought, well, you know what? I could use the money. So I'm going to sign up for this game of golf. I wasn't worried about losing it so much as I wanted to make it. So I headed over to the first tee, and these two guys were riding together. And I won't tell you who the names are right away, but I recognized one of them. Next thing I know, here comes a golf cart with a third member of the group, and I've got to ride with this guy, and it's Charles Barkley.
Get out of here.
The other two were David Robinson and Jim Gray. I didn't know Jim at the time. He would become my colleague, but anyway, we had a great time. We played $10 closest to the pins and $20 skins, and I ended up making $220 off Barkley that day. And he crumpled up everything into individual $20 bills and threw them all around the ground. So I had to work a little harder to pick them up, and that was my big surprise. And I went home and bought dinner for my boyfriend at the time and surprised him. He was a big Phoenix Suns fan. That's who Barkley was playing for.
No, as soon as you said that you had won, I was thinking, well, obviously Charles wasn't your partner.
No, he was not. We were all on our own. It was a good thing. Robinson had game, though.
Robinson's
right?
good. I played with him in San Antonio. He's really, really good.
Jim was interviewing them, but Robinson could play.
Wow. Well, mine is similar. I was at Augusta around the chipping green there in 1985, and actually 1986, and Watson was over there chipping, and I thought, well, I'm going to go watch him hit some, kind of see his technique. And he turned and said, "You want to have a chipping contest?" And I thought, wow, how cool is this? Tom Watson wants to have a chipping contest with me. I was a rookie at Augusta. It was my second year on tour, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. And so we went around and hit all sorts of different chips, and it was really interesting to listen to his strategies, his idea on technique. In particular, he talked about hitting a lob shot, lofting it up into the air, and trying to not spin it. So many guys today try to spin that shot, and he didn't want to spin it because he wanted to know what the ball did when it hit the green. He wanted to know how much it would release, not whether or not it would stop or release. And I found that pretty fascinating. And maybe Martin Hall and I will get into that a little bit later. We'll see what
I'd love for you to.
Something to look forward to. Yeah, absolutely. I have a feeling we'll be seeing that later in the show. All right, moving on to